Roseanna.
And today we have a special guest. Yay, Bethany! And she's from the Autism Department, and she's going to go over some stuff for us.
Hello. I'm Bethany. I am one of the Adult Autism Waiver Supports coordinators here at CRI. So it is Autism Month, so we just wanted to share a little bit about the Autism Waiver, what we do here at CRI, and how to get yourself connected with the waiver. So the Adult Autism Waiver is a program that is designed to help adults with autism to sort of participate in their communities in the way that they would want to, based upon their identified needs. In order to qualify for the waiver, you have to have a diagnosis of autism. You have to be at least 21 years or older, have a medical evaluation, be determined eligible for medical assistance, and meet the financial requirements as determined by your local county assistance office. Yeah. So there are a list of things, but if you are interested in applying for the waiver, I'm going to share that information with Maria, and she's going to post it for us later.
Yes. I'll put it in the comment section.
Yes. So one of the things we do as a supports coordination agency is first you have to get the waiver, and then you would have to choose us to be your supports coordinators. But we would help connect you with services that are both with the waiver and that aren't covered by the waiver, and then we continue to monitor those services to make sure that they're appropriate for you and to help you out as best as we can. One of the benefits of the autism waiver is that assistive technology is also covered. So the waiver provides $10,000 during your lifetime to pay for assistive technology, right? So it can be anything like what has been shared here, but it can also be iPads. So during the pandemic, we got many of our clients iPads. They've been able to use those for remote services. So when staff weren't able to come in, they were still able to have those supports through remote services. Right. And they also have used them for telehealth appointments as well, right? Yeah. So one of the benefits too is that with telehealth is that if our clients have anxiety with communication or the social aspect, they're able to schedule appointments online. So instead of being anxious about scheduling appointments, you can do it online, and it makes it a lot.
It's so much easier.
Easier. So we've also got many of our clients automated pill dispensers. So
we did one of those too.
Yeah. Real nice.
We have
and
one
easy.
tech owl.
Yes. So it is great because so many of us, including myself, we lose track of time. And so they can provide us reminders, and it can also help us with monitoring too to see when we take our meds. So
Tech Owl has great stuff with medication and how to distribute it for yourself, and even a reminder. So yeah, that's fantastic.
So if anything is over $750, we do have to get bids and to try to find best prices.
Okay.
But
that was going to be one of my questions.
Yeah.
Everything's about bids.
Right. So I mean, they just raised it from $500 to $750. So yeah.
Okay.
It's much better. But yeah, that's.
Now, do some of your autism people know about Connect with Tech?
So that's one of those things that we have started to share more.
Okay.
Yeah. Just adding it in because
you were saying tablets,
right.
Or if they don't have any, then they can call Roseanna.
Well, it can also save them some of their money too.
So you don't waste that $10,000, and you can get a free tablet. So
yeah, but I'm saying it would share, save some of that money with getting a free Connect with Tech tablet than going through their waiver.
Right.
But what I like about what you said is once you become eligible, you have 10,000.
Right.
And you're able, you guys would go over the different devices that would better assist them with their day-to-day routines. And hopefully you would utilize us
Right.
with trying to find all those neat little gadgets that would help them with their day-to-day.
And one of the things too that there's a waiting list a lot of times
Okay.
for the waiver. So we can connect you with the SIL department,
Okay.
and then that way we can continue, like to help you in some way where you need help.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't have the waiver yet.
Well, with Maria also being a case manager, she can help with life skills services.
Right.
But
And
then
that's-
your autism department also comes and joins us on our consumer wellness program
Yes.
as well. And that is one of the options for them, is to
Right.
come participate.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yes.
It is.
Yay. Oh, speaking of, on the 19th, we are making an edible fruit basket. And we're gonna be dipping them in chocolate and eating it. So please come join us. It is for the consumers, and we hope to see you there.
It's very fun.
Can I go back to that one spot you said you have to choose people? I think I just want to have you say that again. That
Okay.
When you go
Well-
through that.
Well, the
Right.
clarification,
Yeah.
it's, I'll let her explain
go
that.
ahead.
But
Yes, so you have to, in order to have our services, the supports coordination services, you have to be approved through the Adult Autism Waiver. Once you're approved, then you're going to be able to choose which supports coordination agencies you would like, because of choice is very
Right, yes,
important to you.
yeah.
Well, you want the right one that's
Yes.
gonna give you the best options.
Absolutely,
You
yes.
know, so, yeah.
So one of the great things about CRI is that we are in, how many? 46 different counties in PA.
Correct.
So we're all over.
Right.
So I mean, up here, if you're tuning in, we're up here in Erie and in Pittsburgh area, but we are all over the state here.
That's right. So with the Erie office, you cover what counties?
Oh my goodness,
Is it 7
I
to
go-
13?
there's
The
several.
seven, yeah.
Yes, I go through. Yeah, I'm in a lot of different counties. But I go from like the Bradford area all
you
the way
travel.
through Erie and then down to Lawrence
Oh,
County.
you just drive. You just drive
But-
into the wind, into the wind.
Yeah, we are all over.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So how many do you hold on your caseload?
I have, things just changed. I'm about 21
Okay,
clients. So we do
You're staying
keep
busy.
it, yes, we stay very busy, but we don't carry the huge caseloads as some other waivers do.
well, you wanna be able to focus on each individual needs. You don't wanna overwhelm yourself.
Right.
Not being able to participate with that individual and, what the needs are for that person from day to day,
Absolutely.
That's nice. So, you get to why we invited you here.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
it was because of Autism Month.
Yes.
I'm the only one who wore blue. Let me just state that.
I
Okay, I came ready.
didn't even think about it.
Yeah, she came ready.
I did.
She came ready.
Yes.
But that's okay. At least one of us was ready.
At least one.
Right. At least one of us was ready.
There is another person in the autism department, excuse me, and her name is Rachel. She can also help you out as well.
Right.
If you would like to reach Bethany or Rachel, please give them a call at 814-838-7222. Ooh, that's a lot of
Yeah,
twos.
so Rachel's up here with me in Erie, but we also are in Pittsburgh area. We have another sports coordinator in Indiana, and then we're bringing 2 more on.
For this
Okay.
office?
No, not in this
Okay.
office,
No.
but in the eastern side of the state.
That's good.
So remember, she was saying the process. If you're not on the autism waiver already, and you want to apply for services, there is a waiting list. But if you want to provide for any other services through community resources for independence, you can come through the SIL, where they will help you with the life skills program and whatever other services that you may be eligible for. And that's something what Maria will be doing. She's one of the case managers, so she would be able to assist a person with applying for the autism waiver if they're not on the waiver. Don't they normally do that, like when they're in not middle school, transition to high school? Don't they have a counselor that do that, or do the parents or
You have to ask for it.
whoever their guidance is at that time.
So, right, we're
Because
not,
it sounds like they gotta be 21 to
Yes.
start?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the attendant care program where you gotta be 18
Mm-hmm.
to receive the services, you have to be 21. So
Right.
when is a good time for a person that do have autism, that have not applied for the services to apply? I mean, 18, 19, I mean, what do you think?
I'm not exactly sure how long the wait list is.
Okay.
But I think if you identify as having the need,
Right?
that it might be good to start looking into and start making those connections with
Right.
the state.
Right.
You know, making sure that, you know, you meet the other qualifications, so.
But they probably won't start you until you're 21.
Right, yes,
Okay.
you won't be able to receive services.
But
But
you
mo-
both start off.
Yeah, but my thing is if the state is backed up, and then also with the pandemic and everything, you don't know how long that waiting list is.
Right.
So my thing is, once I turn
Do it
18,
Mhm.
I would be applying, because I don't know if I have to wait those 3 years to get on the
Hopefully it wouldn't take
autism.
3 years, but you never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we'll make sure that the phone number for the waiver, is posted, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that way, if you are interested, and I can't give you a for sure answer on that one, but they might
Right.
be able to help you out more,
Okay,
as to when would be the best time, so.
see, that sounds good. I mean, I would hate for a person to say, oh my God, I applied, you know, and I'm still on this waiting list, and yeah, you're gonna be on the waiting list, you know.
Mostly, like, everything is a waiting list.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it when I'm 20,
Yeah, that's
you know, you know, you don't know.
Get ahead of it, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, if you are waiting, there's also ASSERT, which is, an online resource center.
Okay,
So, they are a partnership of Pennsylvania Medical Centers, Autism Research and Services, universities, community organizations. So there's other resources there too. If you are a family member, there's trainings and materials for you.
okay.
There's
There's some
support groups
supports. Okay.
for, you know, our folks with autism. And then if you are a caregiver or, you know, you work for a provider agency, there's also resources there as well.
I want those resources, so I can reach out to them, so I can, provide them with information about, TechOut, which TechOut is just like community resources. Under their umbrella is so many services. So I just, don't want them to miss out on all the nice services that TechOut has to offer. So whenever you get a chance, you could just stick that in my
Yeah,
mailbox.
absolutely. Just
So
check
that I
out
can,
paautism.org
okay,
and that will get you right to.
all the resources?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll make
cool.
sure to put that in the comments too.
So.
I am so happy that you were able to join us
Yes, me
today.
too.
Although we don't have our blue on, but we're here.
Yeah, well, all right.
We're here.
I got a blue stick too, so we could talk about this. This is one of, these are grippers, and I actually caught Sean to get me this, because I didn't have one on me. But this is for people who need to reach things.
Well, we did have a device, for whatever reason it wasn't working, so we didn't want to just show it and not to be able
Know
to.
what it is? We
to
don't do that.
How it's featured, so we send it back to the Linden Library.
So I got this thingy, so.
But autism is all month, so we'll have something here for you.
Oh, what kind of items do people with autism need or want or could find on the Linden Library?
A lot of more communication devices.
Okay.
Especially those, like if you don't qualify for services yet, I mean, that's definitely a great idea. I know when I was working as a special education teacher, we used a lot of communication devices with our students. And then once they graduate or they're no longer in school, they don't have those resources available. So those will also be very beneficial.
Yeah, you're right, because when they're in school, they're only allowed to use it during that time that they're in school.
Right.
They're not able to utilize the equipment at home. It all has to stay right there in the district.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why the school district should return some of my calls to help
Right.
out with these students that really need the equipment.
Yes.
So if if you are graduating, so to help fill that void between like graduation and maybe you get a
Right.
waiver, definitely start connecting with the SIL because that is birth to death.
Right.
And so, you know,
Right.
you can start making those connections right away,
Mm-hmm.
so that if you do need some communication devices, there might be something available for you.
Would it be more like pictures and like it talking back to you, or what kind of things? Like
So it
pictures more
really,
or
it
automated
just
more?
really depends upon
The individual.
person, yeah.
What do you see more?
So when I was teaching, I taught a different, you know, you know, people with more needs,
Intellectual,
more
okay.
needs. So we used a lot more pictures, but there were some really neat options available
Okay.
too.
We'll look into that because I wanted to get more items, but we just haven't been able to. So we had one. We were so excited. It was a freaking train, and it moves on its own, and I thought it would have been awesome. We sent it back, but we'll get something else. So.
Well, that is what you're supposed to do with the London Library. Once you get the device and it's not working the way it's supposed to notify the ATRC to say, hey, it's not working, and then I'll say, give it back to me. I'll send it back for you, UPS. So that is what we did, but we were really interested in, I don't know if we
I was
wanted to
more
play
mad.
with it more or what.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty neat, but
We'll try it again
continue to
sometime.
watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ugh.
You have any?
Anything else?
Do you have anything else?
No, I thank you, Miss Bethany,
Yes.
for coming. I know that you stay busy because I said I haven't seen you all day. So just remember to let other supports teams know that Tech Owl is available.
Yes.
You know, and to pass on the Connect with Tech. I have been getting a lot of referrals, so I thank everybody out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it makes us look good that we're passing on the information.
Also, they can
So
come
thank you.
in and look at the assistive technology we have already out there. Maybe something
Oh, very
they could,
nice.
they can talk to Rose about it and come and see that. We have a lot of stuff out to see, so maybe
Right.
something in there they can use for their self. All right, well, we thank you.
Thank
We're sorry,
you.
girl fanning over you. And thanks again.
Yes.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
That wasn't bad.
Hey,
Uh,
there's that.